In 2020, the Jets still couldn't beat the Patriots. New York has dropped 10 straight to New England, but they'll try to turn the plane around next.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams...
And his kick here is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Folk, and the lead is down to a field goal. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man, Ty Johnson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. There to stop him, Jawan Bentley. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Now Wilson on first down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
These two teams, Charles, the Jets and the Patriots, great rivals in the AFCs going back to the beginning of the Super Bowl era. Been a long time. Now, of course, in the recent memory, the Patriots, they have dominated, and that's capital D dominated. But, you know, change comes eventually, and the Jets, they've got a new coach, new quarterback. This rivalry, you feel like it could get very interesting again in a hurry.
Absolutely, because as we learned in 2020, it's no longer Tom Brady is guaranteed to win the division because he's no longer there. We saw Buffalo take command in 2020. So this division, more open than it's been for the last 20 years or so.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Wilson will throw again. It's complete to Cole. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Drops it off for Coleman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd and 1 from the 2. They run with Samaje's younger cousin. This is LaMichael Pirine. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats for New England in that first half. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just outside his own goal line. Oh, what a move. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Patriots take over. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now it's Crowder. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Keelan Cole, the intended target, to throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
Play action. Now Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Here's Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
New England's offense set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what it is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. Throwing on second down, Jones. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
The coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, and they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
And Folk's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And he returns this to the 22. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They will run again with Coleman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Back now here on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Jones now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there.
That'll bring up 2nd down. And this one complete to Smith. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Offense set to take over. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 1st and 10, 30-yard line. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Wilson's throw going to be taken in by Cole.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They go play action with Wilson. Being chased out, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with Harris. Gets past one man. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Harris.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Here's Jones. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Jones. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Patriots send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Crowder now to return. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more. And that's complete to Croft. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing now is Wilson. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by Adrian Phillips. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line and enemy. Territory. To throw is Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now a first down carry for Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And Folks' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up.
He's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you get that up?
Most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do it on a final play. This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively? One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but it is. How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. But let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive guy. Look what they got done.
Yeah.
They needed to make one play themselves, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the reverse side. It was a heck of a play and a heck of an ending to this script. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Jets, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.